welcome back. So I know it's been a long time since my last video. I think it's been 3 months, so I'm sorry about that. As you guys probably know, I was in school and the work-life school balance was crazy. I was in a drawing class and I am not a good drawer, so it took me like triple the amount of time it probably should have taken me to do things. So it just took up a lot of my time and I didn't have days off, and then if I didn't have homework, I just wanted to veg out on my couch or do other things. So I apologize, but I am on winter break now, so I think I'll have a little bit more time to record videos, and I'm only taking 1 class next semester, so I think we're in good shape. So I kind of wanted to just do a chatty video with you guys, and I wanted to switch it up. And I feel like December, at least for me, is a time of reflection. I've been looking through my passion planner, which has resulted in me like really setting goals for myself and making them attainable, but also seeing them, you know, come into fruition, which has been very gratifying and validating. So I kind of wanted to do a year wrap up and kind of highlight the cool things that happened this year, some goals that I achieved, and kind of looking into 2018 and things that I personally want to work on. So 2 of my smaller goals that I had for myself this year, I've kind of mentioned them before in the beginning of the year, but one was to cook at least 1 recipe a month. So last Christmas I got a cookbook and I really wanted to start using it. In the beginning of the year I was really good at it, and then it like pretty much prepared me for when I moved out in July, which was like so weird that I decided to kind of start this cooking adventure, and then a couple months later, come to find out, I'd be cooking all my meals. So that was really fun. I do want some new cookbooks though, because I've been using the same ones for a couple months now and I'm kind of tired of all the recipes I've been cooking. I have been looking on Pinterest, but there's something about having a physical cookbook that I love. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, feel free to send them. Another goal that I had for myself, which I've mentioned on my Instagram recently, was to read at least 1 book a month. I know 1 book a month is probably not that much for some people. You're probably like, what's wrong with you? 1 book is nothing. But I wanted to be reasonable with myself. I wanted to make it something I knew I could achieve, so that's what I did. And seeing the books that I have, all 12 of them, it just makes me really excited. I don't remember the last time I read a 400 or 500 page book. I used to read so much as a kid, but you know, growing up, cell phones came out, internet on the phones came out, and you know, I find myself really attached to my phone, and sometimes it really does gross me out thinking about how attached my phone is to my hand. When I'm on my breaks at work, I'm on my phone. Before I go to bed, I'm on my phone. Like, how terrible is that? So I felt like having a book with me at all times has really helped me step away from my phone at least a little bit. So I'm hoping in the next year I'll be able to squeeze in maybe 2 books a month every now and then. I'm not going to promise myself. I'm hoping that I'll continue on to the next year. Another thing that I really wanted to do was re-enroll in school. I haven't been in school in 4 years, and it kind of freaks me out thinking I've been out of the game for that long. And that was not because I didn't like school. I actually enjoy school a lot. I missed school so much. But knowing that I had to pay for my tuition and not knowing what I wanted to do, I didn't want to waste my time spending money on classes that, you know, wasn't relevant to me. So it took me a while. I probably could have done some soul searching a little bit quicker, but I finally figured it out. I took 2 classes in the fall. I'm taking 1 next semester. So I'm kind of just playing the waiting game right now. So we'll see. I'll give you guys updates. Hopefully it's good news. I don't know. I feel really vulnerable talking about it right now because I'm like, what if I don't get in? But anyways, that's kind of what's going on with that right now. But I am excited that I took those steps to kind of get back into it. So that's another really cool thing that happened to me this year. The next kind of highlights I want to talk about is moving out. So I've been living on my own since July, and you know, moving out is something I've always wanted to do. I never got to live that college life. I never dormed. I never, you know, moved into a house or an apartment with classmates or anything like that. I kind of just commuted. So this is the first time I've lived outside of my parents' home. And living in the Bay Area, it is disgustingly expensive to live on your own, let alone live with like other roommates. Even living with roommates, sometimes your rent is like $1,000, $1,100, like $1,200 a month. And for me, it's like, if I'm just gonna have a room and pay that much money, I would almost rather just live at my parents' house and use that money to travel, which is basically what I did these past couple of years. But this opportunity came in June that I couldn't pass up, and luckily enough, I am living on my own without roommates. I'm not gonna really go into details on how that happened, but I'm in a really good situation right now. I know that sounds really braggy, but I'm just so grateful for this opportunity, and it's so gratifying being able to live on my own and pay my own bills, cook my own meals, have people come over and be like, hey, come to my apartment. Like, it's really cool. Another thing that was really exciting was being approached by Glossier to have a brand that like scouted me, I guess. I don't know if they saw my YouTube page. Well, they messaged me through YouTube. So they saw my YouTube page and thought I would be a great fit, and to be a part of their rep program, like, I know it's like not the biggest deal in the world, but I think it's really cool. I have my own little page on their website. I have a rep code. Like, how cool is that? Like, you know, it's something that definitely made me excited. When they approached me, I was like, is this a fake message? I was like, is this real? But come to find out, it was real, and you know, it's been really fun. So that's also something that's been really cool and very validating for me as well. Other highlights include going on my trip to the Philippines beginning of the year to not only have a vacation but see my family that I haven't seen in so long. That was a great way to start my year as well. So those are kind of like the highs of my year, and not to say that there weren't any lows, but I think it's very important to kind of focus on those positives. So in general, for me, there's a lot to be grateful for this year. I think overall 2017 was really good to me, and I think 2018 is going to be great as well. So some of the things that I am working on going into the next year is a lot of self-improvement, I guess you can say. So something that I really want to focus on is meditation, and for me that's just like taking a couple minutes to collect myself. Even using that mindfulness app, I think that app is really helpful. I was using it pretty consistently at the beginning of the school year because I was going home with headaches when I would get home from school. Like, my head was throbbing. But after I would use that mindfulness app for a couple minutes, I did feel pretty relieved. My headaches were going away a little bit quicker. And I want to be able to use that every single day as a way to deal with stress in a more healthy way. So I'm hoping to be more consistent with that. Another thing that I really want to work on as well is being more physically active. So I'm not really sure in what capacity that means yet. I need to figure out something that's gonna motivate me and get me excited. Sometimes I think that maybe enrolling in some sort of class might be helpful because it's something I'm paying for, so I feel like I'm obligated to go. So I feel like that might be the best route for me. So yeah, physical activity, definitely my #1 goal for next year. Another thing that I want to work on is managing my money better. I'm still pretty impulsive when it comes to shopping, whether that be at Target, when I go out to eat, buying plants, buying home decor. Like, I don't need any of this stuff. Like, yes, I want to make my place cute, but is that really a priority? Not really. After the holidays, after, you know, buying presents and things like that, I need to kind of like sit down and assess how I want to save my money. So that's definitely something I want to work on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was really chatty. I hope you guys aren't bored, but it's something I kind of just wanted to do. So let me know if you guys have any resolutions or maybe even some tips for me as far as anything that I've talked about. Otherwise, I hope you guys are having a really good holiday season, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.